What's up, fam? I'm currently about to take a nap. That's why my glasses are off. I'm blind as heck. Like, I'm blind as a bat. Can't see anything without my glasses, so that's the only reason that they're off. I'm about to take a nap. But I just wanted to talk about automated phone calls. Now, everybody knows what an automated phone call is. Everybody gets them. They're usually from a random number you've never seen before, from a state that you've never been to, or some random state that you don't live in. Now, the only reason I bring this up is because I got one of those phone calls today. It was from a car insurance company, and it went a little something like this. Hi, I'm blah 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 from so-and-so company you've never heard of. How are you doing today? Now you have that 2 to 3 second silence where they don't say anything, and you're like, okay, this is automatic. So we have that 2 to 3 second silence now. That's good. I was just wondering if you knew about blah 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 insurance plan for cars and it could save you so much money, blah blah blah. Have you heard of it? And I'm still being polite, just this is what they do for a living. I'm sure they get hung up on all the time, let me humor them. Oh, I've never heard of that before, but I'm actually a college student without a car, so I wouldn't need your insurance. So, I'm done with this. Like, I say my thing, and there's a 2 to 3 second silence again. You're like, okay, you're just waiting. I'm gonna wait until this automatic message, says something else. And then they just hang up. Normally, this wouldn't be a problem. It's just, a recorded thing. But, I've noticed that they just hang up, and you're like, okay, they, obviously needed nothing to do with me. But I was thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? That's kind of rude. I understand you get hung up on all the time, and, not a lot of people care about, your automated messages. Nobody really calls you. But some automated people, even though they're automated, they have a pre-recorded, goodbye. Sometimes they're just the goodbye, and then you hear a click. Sometimes they're like, okay, thanks for letting us know, we won't call you again. I hope you have a nice day. I totally paused that way too late, so you're gonna see me just staring at the pause button for a second. But, usually they have, back to the story at least, usually they have a, pre-recorded goodbye or whatever. And I was just thinking about it, and I was like, automated people could be a little more polite. And I know this isn't a subject that anyone thinks about or that even needs to be talked about, because it's literally just everybody gets them. It's a phone call. And not a lot of people are nice to them on the phone. I'm sure they get a lot of rude people on the phone, so that gives them precedent to hang up whenever they want. But in my mind, I was like, I could have used that automated, goodbye. Just to know that someone else, a real human being, is on the phone. Which they are, and they hear, oh, she doesn't need this, and they just alright, screw it, I'm just gonna click the end button, call as many people as I can. But just as a person in the world, politeness is important. So, I guess the moral of this longer than it should be boring story about phone calls is even if you're just on the phone call, oh my gosh, even if you're just on the phone with an automated person, or even a real person that's trying to sell their product, be polite whenever you can. Just be nice to people. Politeness is important, and it will definitely brighten up someone's day, even if they're working a monotonous telephone marketing job. Just be polite as possible. So that was my automated phone call weird video. My last clip that I filmed stopped on 4:20, so I didn't want to film an outro, but I guess I will. What's today? Happy Friday. It's a weekend. I'm on spring break, so my spring break is almost over, but if this is the start of your weekend, if you have to work every day, if you work a full-time job, I hope you have a great weekend. For students here at my university, I'll see you guys on Monday. I know it's not the best thing nobody wants to be back at school. But this was a really nice break for us, and I'm happy that it came when it did because I was getting real stressed out. So, alright, like and subscribe to this video if you want to see more. You can add me on Snapchat, Twitter, stuff like that. I'll see you around.